Hi everyone, Fox 61 Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank here on the Weather Watch. Mother Nature is not on our nice list this year with this Grinchy storm. No white Christmas dreams this year. Everything's going to be brown with lots of mud from heavy rain and strong gusty winds, all getting underway late Thursday night and continuing through around daybreak on Friday. But I think the worst of the rain will actually be Thursday night as you sleep into around daybreak on Friday, but those winds roaring around that time as well. So let's talk about the various impacts. 1.5 to 3 inches of rain is enough for some poor drainage flooding, again, mainly overnight through around early Friday morning. Gusts could reach up between 45 to 55 miles per hour, again peaking right around or just before daybreak, and another little push of wind as we head into the early afternoon as a cold front comes through. This will result in travel issues. Scattered power outages seem likely at this point with numbers like this, and moderate coastal flooding that will end up peaking right around high tide on Friday morning. Wind advisory posted from 1 a.m. Friday all the way into Friday night. Sustained wind out of the south, meaning blowing consistently out of the south, 15 to up to 30 miles per hour, and higher gusts between 45 to 55 miles per hour. There is a little window of time that some in southeastern Connecticut or along the shoreline could briefly see gusts close to 60. Here's that coastal flood warning. It was upgraded today with tidal departures anywhere between a foot to 2.5 feet above where high tide usually is. And because this is a new moon, high tide is already higher than it normally is. So I think those vulnerable roads along the shoreline will likely be closed heading into Friday. So make sure that you take an alternate route. Here's a look at those high tide times: 8:42 in New London and 10:35 in Bridgeport. So I would avoid the shoreline and those roads that typically get flooded around that time frame, and obviously prepare for flooding if you're along the shoreline. You know if this includes you or not. Low temperatures tonight in the teens to right around 20 degrees. Waking up on Thursday, we are dry. We're dry all morning, and then as we head towards sunset between 3 and 5 o'clock, we'll start to see some rain developing first in western Connecticut. Chance for some snow or a brief mix in the northwest hills, but we pretty quickly change all over to rain. This is 11 o'clock at night. If you have travel plans during the day or during the night on Thursday, I would say keep them. We're not anticipating anything too intense that you couldn't drive through, but after midnight, that's when the heaviest torrential rain starts to move in. You could wake up and hear a rumble of thunder early on Friday morning. Strong gusty winds right around this time frame as well. And then after 7 or 8 o'clock, we'll see a lull in the rain, and really the heaviest will be over by that point, with just a few lingering scattered showers as the cold front comes through in the early afternoon. This is around 2 or 3 o'clock. There might be a couple snow showers on the back edge, more of a novelty than anything else. The bigger thing that you will note is that temperatures are going to go from 50s to freezing in a matter of just a several hour period, and that window to look for that drop in temperatures is going to be between 3 and about 6 o'clock at night. Maybe a couple lingering snow showers by 5 or 6, but for the most part, everything will be done by that point except for the winds, which will likely continue to howl for a little while longer. Here's a look at some of the worst winds, again up between 45 to 55 miles per hour. This is 3 o'clock in the morning, again before daybreak, and that brief window where we could get close to 60. This is 5 o'clock in the morning on Friday, and notice into the afternoon on Friday, we continue to see gusts up between 40 to 50 miles per hour. The winds will switch direction heading into later Friday night and Saturday morning, pumping in some very cold air as we go from wind chills and temperatures in the 50s down to wind chills that are below zero heading into Christmas Eve morning. So it is going to be quite cold. Getting ready for Christmas with temperatures in the 20s. For Christmas Eve, it will likely feel like the teens for much of the day. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. At least it is dry, though, even though it's cold for Saturday and Sunday. Regarding that temperature drop for Friday night, I think that a lot of the roads will be kind of fanned and mostly dry because of the gusty winds. So I'm not expecting a widespread flash freeze situation out on the roadways. However, I can't rule out slippery spots, especially untreated surfaces in any areas of standing water. Heading into early next week, we remain cold but quiet. Your Shoreline 7-day shows the temperature drop about 30 degrees between Friday and Saturday.